So in the last video, we saw a few programs, right? So now we are going to take up a few more programs. The idea here is to take up small programs, work step by step, let you understand how a programmer thinks and solve these programs. Once you go through hundreds of programs like this, automatically you will become a programmer. So that's the idea here, right? Second program, again very simple now, right? We are going to look at factorial. I think we all understand what a factorial is, right? N factorial is nothing but n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 all the way up to 1. For example, if you're looking at 5 factorial, it is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 6 factorial is 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Again, if you look at it the other way, 6 factorial is nothing but 6 into 5 factorial. Now when we look at a logic for this, there are two approaches. One is a recursive approach, one is a iterative approach. So iterative means you will use a for loop and try to solve the problem. A recursive approach is nothing but a function calling itself. Just to make things simple, we are going to look at an iterative approach now. So let's jump into online GDB and look at how to go about working on this particular program. Online GDB now. So first thing is we have to look at what is the input. So we need to get a number from the user, right? So first let's take this n. So for this n, we are going to find the factorial of a number. So let's get this number from the user. I think from a C program, you all understand how to get a value from the user. So now we have got a number from the user, right? So next is we have to multiply this n from n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into like the way all the way up to 1. So we can either multiply from n to 1 or 1 to n. Let's do it the way it is explained, right? From n to 1 we are going to multiply. So for that we need to run a loop, right? Because it is running from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have to repeat a process continuously till it gets to n, correct? So let's take first a number called 3, right? So or 2, let's take 2. 2 is nothing but 2 into 1. This is 2 factorial. So what we'll have to do, we have to start with 2 and then we have to reduce 1 and then multiply this, right? So we'll take a number, whatever is the user given number, I is equal to n. So from n, I am going to run it till it reaches 1. So all the way, it is going to start from n, n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4, all the way till it reaches 1, it has to do this action. And every time we are decreasing by 1, right? So I have to subtract it by 1, I minus minus, right? Or minus minus I, both are the same. So now this is how the loop is going to run. So now I am going to take a number and we are going to multiply it and get to this number. So first what I'll do is the result is going to get stored in a variable called fact. Initially I'll have it as 1, right? So now this is the number I am going to multiply. Always remember, whenever you're doing a recursive multiplication, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 like that, whenever you multiply, initially you have to start with 1. If at all you're doing recursive addition, cumulative addition, at that time you have to use 0 to start with, and multiplication you have to start with 1. So now what we are going to do is we are going to say the factorial of a number is nothing but n minus 1. We are saying n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3, right? First we are starting with 1. In this particular case, the I value is now n, right? So first time we need n, next time we need n minus 1. So the variable that is holding that value and every time it is changing is nothing but I. So I has the current value of n, right? So let's take, we are having it as fact is equal to I. So first time when the loop runs, it will have a value of n. That is, let's give a value of 5. So first time it will have 5. Next time when you run it, fact will have 4. Next time we'll have it, fact will have 3. Next time it will have 2. Next time it will have 1 and then it will come out of the loop. This is not the answer we want, right? So we want to have it as first time when the value is 5, I want to store the 5 in fact, right? So I want to have fact to have 5. Next time when I run it, I want the value, so I value will be 4. I want to multiply that 5 with 4. Third time what I want to do, I want to do 5 into 4 into 3, right? So I is getting reduced. So but what we need is we need to take the fact value and we have to multiply with I, right? So what we'll do is existing value of fact into I. If we do it, Let's see what happens, right? I'll run this program. Let's see what happens, and then we'll go into Python tutor. Finally, I'm going to print the value of I. Factorial of n is this, right? That is, I'm going to give n and fact. Let's run this program to see if it is giving the output that we are looking for. So I'll compile it and see. So it's waiting for answer. I'll give 6 as the input. It is saying 720, which is the right answer. Let's look at the same thing in Python tutor as to how it is working. So same code in Python tutor. Let's look at this. First, we are having factorial as 1 and the user value has to give n. I'll just initialize the value because Python tutor does not accept scanf. So I'll basically say n is equal to 6, right? And then we'll visualize this code. So let's look at it now again. So I've initialized factorial as 1 and n value as 6. So it's going to find the factorial of 6. Initially the value of I is 6, right? And 6 is greater than 1, so it has come into the loop. Current value of fact is 1. It is going to multiply 1 into 6. So it has 6 as the value. Next time when you look at it, value of I is 5 now. Already fact has 6. So it is going to multiply 6 into 5. Next time value of I is 4 now. It is and fact value is 30 because 6 into 5 is 30. Now it is going to multiply 30 into 4, which is 120. Next it is going to take 3, right? So fact I is 3 now. So 120 into 3 is 360. So it is going to have it as 360. Next it is I value is 2. So 360 into 2 is 720. So it is having 720. Finally I value is 1. 720 into 1 is 720. So it is printing the value. This is how the factorial program is working, right? Thank you.